Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the BioMelbourne Network 2020 Women in Leadership Awards. My name is Lusia Guthrie. I am Chair of the BioMelbourne Network, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this celebration of outstanding women in our sector. I would like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which we meet virtually today, and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to their elders, past, present and emerging, and extend that respect to all Indigenous Australians who be joining us today. Today we're delighted to be joined by Her Excellency, the Honourable Linda Dessau AC, Governor of Victoria, whom I welcome and now invite to speak to us. Thank you, Governor.
Thank you. I hope everyone can hear me. Thanks, Lusia, so much. And I must say it's a pleasure to join you all, including, of course, Parliamentary Secretary Garrett and all members of Parliament, everyone who's on this call and everyone associated with this important network. It's now some 15 months since I welcomed you all to Government House for the 2019 awards. And I spoke then of the importance to Victoria of biotech, medtech, pharmaceuticals and health innovation, and the importance of highlighting and celebrating the women who make such an enormous contribution to the successes that Victoria enjoys in all those areas. Well, who could have envisaged then what this year would look like? None of us would have imagined that a global pandemic would have affected the health of some 7 million people so far and tipped the world economy upside down. And certainly we wouldn't have envisaged that this year the awards ceremony would be held via Zoom. I'm sure you were all well ahead of me and you all knew everything about Zoom. I must say, I don't think it was particularly part of my vocabulary. Now, like everyone, I use it as a noun and adverb, adjective and verb. So we're Zooming all over the place, even though this time last year I wasn't particularly conscious of it as a medium. There are just two observations I want to make very briefly before you proceed, because I know you've got important people to hear from and you've got important awards too that you're all waiting to hear about. So the first thing I wanted to say was I just wanted to thank the BioMelbourne Network for navigating all the complexities of recent months to still successfully judge these awards and to stage this awards ceremony. I think that's a huge achievement and a credit to a lot of magnificent work by many people. The second observation I wanted to make is a particularly obvious one, I know, but it's that the work of this network, especially this recognition and celebration, has never been more important than it is right now. The current challenges have shown us in technicolor detail what all of us on this call have known for a long time, and that is that we need to draw on 100% of our talent pool when it comes to these complex areas involving new drugs, devices, diagnostics, and digital health technologies as well. Well, the current challenges have also shown us that many BioMelbourne Network members have been involved and continue to be involved in the COVID-19 space, and that many brilliant women are contributing in the public sector roles. We see them on our television screens and listen to them in our podcasts, and that many are also contributing in research institutes and in business in very prominent ways. I must say one of the good things to come out of such a terrible crisis is that there must be little girls everywhere who see these women in prominent roles and just assume that they can be like them. And little boys too, who will just think it's normal to see women leading in fields of science and research and health. So that's been a great pleasure for me to see how many of you probably on this call have been performing starring roles and not only doing great work, but inspiring the next generation. Well, I know today there'll be 3 more outstanding women who join the ranks of the fantastic women who've received this award previously. And I wasn't just involved last year. In my time as Governor, I've been involved at your events on other occasions too. I've seen up close the terrific women that you have amongst you. I'm sorry that another Zoom call will now take me away so that I can't stay with you, but I just want to wish you all the best, congratulate the winners when they're announced, and again to thank you, Lusia, and the organisation for the fantastic work that you're doing. So I'll say goodbye for now, and I hope everything goes wonderfully. Bye.
Thank you, Governor, for your very insightful and generous words. We're really appreciative of your time and the commitment to be here, especially today. So on with the order of service. We are also delighted to be joined today by the Honourable Jane Garrett, Parliamentary Secretary for Jobs and Member for Eastern Victoria, who will be presenting the awards. Thank you for your time and contribution to this ceremony.
Look, thank you so very much. And this is one of the most delightful and rewarding things in my calendar, celebrating fine women who have achieved so much in this critically important field of biomed. And I want to thank the city of the BioMelbourne Network and to you, Lusia, for all of your work. And most importantly, I want to thank all of the nominees and indeed our recipients today of these awards. This is a huge, huge achievement. And as the Governor quite rightly pointed out, you guys are pioneers for our kids coming through, for the broader community. It's not just the little girls who can see you and can be what they can see. It's also the little boys who are getting used to seeing women at the forefront of this such critical area of human capacity. And nowhere have we seen that more so than in 2020, where the importance of medical research and the commercial spheres, medtech, biotech and the pharmaceutical sector are so much at the fore on a global scale. In Melbourne and Victoria, we have had a very strong and long tradition of investing in our medtech and biotech fields. With our Parkville precinct is absolutely world class. Now we have precincts in the southeast and in the west. And that has been an absolute key aim of successive governments, but particularly began under the Brax-Brumby era, of which I was an advisor at the time. And I remember a really deliberate decision being made that we could attract the best in the world to Melbourne and deliver the best outcomes globally. And that's why we see Victoria at the forefront of so much of this work in medical research and pharmaceuticals, in biotech and medtech. Add to that, we have a huge and growing area of medical entrepreneurship, of startups, and that's all been encouraged through existing industry here, but also through the Victorian government, which contributes millions each year to assisting such extraordinary innovation in our amazing city. But what we want to see is diversity. We want to see our women represented, people from different backgrounds represented, and that's why these awards are so critical. It is incredibly exciting that you've achieved so much, all of the award nominees and recipients here today. We know that there's only about 20% at the moment of girls entering into STEM, which makes all of your achievements even greater when you think the gender ratio has been so skewed one way. But you're smashing that door down. You're demonstrating that women are more than capable. In fact, some would say more capable than some of the blokes around there, that you've shown that. We're really proud to celebrate that today. You are making a really big difference for the girls coming up behind you, and I'm really looking forward to celebrating the awards with you today.
Thank you, Jane. Before we go into the awards, I'd just like to make some acknowledgements, and then we'll go into the awards. So I absolutely have to acknowledge and thank the State Government of Victoria through the Department of Jobs, Precincts and Regions for supporting the celebration. And we're very pleased to be joined by over 180 friends and colleagues for today's event. I need to also make special mention of some special guests: Dr. Amanda Caples, Victoria's lead scientist; Georgie Crozier, MP, Deputy Leader of the Opposition in the Legislative Council, Shadow Minister for Health and Shadow Minister for Ambulance Services; David Latina, Deputy Secretary, Jobs, Innovation and Business Engagement at the Department of Jobs, Precincts and Regions; and Fiona Patton, Leader of the Reason Party. A very warm welcome to all our BioMelbourne Network members, directors of the board, and all our guests who are joining us online today. And of course, a special welcome to our winners, nominees, nominators, and the judging panel. The exceptional quality of the women nominated this year indicates the wealth of leadership talent that we have amongst the women in our sector. So I think that, Jane, with that introduction, we can go on and get on with the business of announcing and presenting the awards. So I'm handing back to you.
Well, this is a wonderful honour for me, and the first award today recognises a mover and a shaker. The award celebrates a rising star who has high potential for future leadership success. The BioMelbourne Network Emerging Women in Leadership Award for 2020 goes to Dr. Ewa Douroux, Asia Pacific Marketing Director at Leica Biosystems. Congratulations, Ewa.
Ewa began her corporate career in science communication and medical affairs before joining Leica in early 2013 following graduation from the INSEAD MBA. Through various roles at Leica, Ewa has championed substantial changes, including the establishment of a new reagent production facility and the launch of coordinated initiatives to reduce Leica Melbourne's carbon footprint. She is passionate about how business can be a force for good and is an advocate for advancing diversity, bicultural awareness and environmental responsibility. As well as excelling in her career, Ewa has mentored and contributed her time to students, young entrepreneurs and professionals, and is passionate about encouraging women in business and contributing to the life of the biotech sector. A budding future industry leader with a fabulous set of personal goals, ideals and values, it's an absolute honour to present Dr. Ewa Douroux with the 2020 BioMelbourne Network Emerging Women in Leadership Award. Congratulations and welcome, Ewa. I invite you to address us all.
First of all, a huge thank you to the Honourable Jane Garrett and Lusia Guthrie for the kind introduction. Today, it's a difficult time to celebrate with what happens in the US and across the world these past 2 weeks. It is a reminder that a diverse and reconciled society is a better society. I am grateful for the Australia Reconciliation Week that just finished. Grateful for the celebration of the Australian diversity. I also wanted to thank the BioMelbourne Network for being such a strong supporter of diversity and women in science and technology. And thank all the people at Leica for helping me grow and learn during this fabulous human adventure. From manufacturing to marketing, Leica team, you're just awesome. I have so many moments I am thankful for. I want to tell you about one of them. It was the first morning of the Kaizen I had organized with the objective of reducing the carbon footprint of our big manufacturing sites. We are in cancer diagnostics, so none of us in the room had any experience about carbon footprints, even how to measure it. During this first moment, there was doubt. It really felt like climbing the Everest. But we focused on Basecamp 1, we made it, we inspired others, and now, 2 years later, we overachieved our initial target and reduced our carbon footprint by 15%. When you're in a good company with the right people around you, everything comes together and it seems easy. Today, I'm also thinking about my mom. You're such a strong human and woman, and you're inspiring me every day. I want to also thank my partner, Sylvain. On top of making it through this interesting lockdown and homeschooling period, you make me a better person. So again, to everyone, a huge, huge thank you.
Thank you very much, Eva, and congratulations again as the recipient of our Emerging Women in Leadership Award. I'd just like to ask that throughout the ceremony, we would like you to show your support and share your messages of congratulations via the Zoom Q&A function. We'll be sharing your messages with the winners after this event. So I'd now like to invite the Honourable Jane Garrett back again to present the next award.
Thank you so much. And the next award today recognises a woman who is making it happen. The award celebrates an inspiring leader who has played a pivotal role in leading a team, project or initiative. The BioMelbourne Network Most Valuable Women in Leadership Award for 2020 goes to Bronwyn Le Grice, founder, CEO and Managing Director of ANDHealth. Congratulations, Bronwyn.
Throughout her career, Bronwyn has had extensive executive experience in the technology sector, spanning venture capital, transaction management, capital raising, corporate development, investor relations, and industry advocacy. She is the founder, CEO, and Managing Director of ANDHealth, Australia's leading health technology scale-up accelerator. Companies which have engaged with the flagship accelerator program developed by Bronwyn and delivered by the ANDHealth team have raised over $28 million in capital, created more than 165 jobs, and have treated over 70,000 patients since 2017. Bronwyn consistently backs herself and tenaciously inspires excellence in her work. She's an inspiring leader and communicator, bringing an investment perspective into the innovation space. In recognition of her contribution to the health technology sector, it is an honour to present Bronwyn Le Grice with the 2020 BioMelbourne Network Most Valuable Women in Leadership Award. Congratulations and welcome, Bronwyn. I invite you to address the audience.
Thanks, Lucia. Firstly, thanks to Her Excellency Linda Dessau, Governor of Victoria, the Honourable Jane Garrett, and to everyone dialing in this morning. My sincerest thanks to Lucia and the BioMelbourne Network for this award. Your commitment to promoting diversity across the health technology sectors through these awards has been unwavering, and I am so delighted to receive this award today. No woman is an island, and if I had unlimited time, the list of people I would wish to thank would be long, distinguished, and probably very varied. However, in the interest of time, I'd like to mention a few people whilst acknowledging that I would not be where I am today, nor receiving this award without the help and support of an amazing network of people all around the world, and I trust they know who they are, and many of them will be on the call this morning. Firstly, William Hart, who gave a farm girl with a commerce degree from UWA her first ever life sciences gig. Dr. Anna Lavelle, who's been a friend and mentor for many years and has been known to call me out on more than one occasion. Glenda Hughes in New Zealand, who taught me everything I know about human behaviour and the power of being an influencer. And Jeremy Kerno-Cook, who brought me into the venture capital sector, taught me the art of the deal and gave me a much deeper insight into how the British mind works. Secondly, my ANDHealth family. James drove me for getting creative on a couple of whiteboards with me and coming up with the concept for a digital health accelerator to be unlike any other accelerator. Amazing Grace Leckley, our first employee and the driving force behind making my crazy ideas into high impact reality. The ANDHealth team, our founding corporate members and our independent directors past and present, who brought our vision of harnessing the power of the collective to life. And thirdly, my family. As Sheryl Sandberg said, the person you marry is one of the most important career decisions you'll ever make. And I made the best decision ever. My husband and life partner in life and house renovations, Tom, provides endless support and amazing dad skills with our two daughters. And the support of our broader family, both in Australia and the UK, allow me to do what I do every day. 2020 has been a year of unforeseen challenges and changes to everything we do and to the ways that we've traditionally done them. However, COVID-19, although it has been challenging, offers us an unprecedented opportunity to reimagine our healthcare system and our economy. Diversity in its broader sense, including capturing the best of Australia's capabilities from across skill sets in business, law, science, medicine, engineering, design, consumer behaviour, psychology. All of these skills will be absolutely key to achieving our best future. And most of all, I'm looking forward to working with all of you to do just that. So I'd just like to thank all of you once again for this award. I'm extremely flattered.
Thank you very much, Bronwyn. Very well deserved. And congratulations again as the recipient of our Most Valuable Women in Leadership Award. I now invite the Honourable Jane Garrett to present the next award.
Thank you again. And the final award today recognises a woman with impact for industry. The award celebrates a senior leader who has created inspirational industry impact throughout her career. The BioMelbourne Network Women in Leadership Award for 2020 goes to Dr. Andrea Douglas, Senior Vice President, Organisation Transformation at CSL. Congratulations, Andrea.
Andrea combines a strong research background, a strategic and pragmatic business mind, natural emotional intelligence, and brilliant communication skills to unite academia, industry, and policy throughout the health sector. Since 2005, Andrea has played key leadership roles in CSL's progression to becoming Australia's largest biotech, including leading global R&D strategy, investment, and prioritisation processes. In her current role at CSL, Andrea integrates and drives major organisational design changes that have broad business implications across company strategy, structure, governance, process, and people. As a leader, Andrea has an exceptional ability to advocate, persuade, and support. She is a passionate mentor and supporter of women in STEM and has set herself apart as an outstanding role model for both work and life. With such a strong commitment to uniting our sector, it is an honour to present Andrea Douglas with the 2020 BioMelbourne Network Women in Leadership Award. Congratulations and welcome, Andrea. Please address the audience.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Governor Dessau, the Honourable Jane Garrett and Lusia. I'm certainly thrilled, absolutely thrilled to receive this award and to follow in the footsteps of many remarkable women before me, including Ewa and Bronwyn, who have been recognised today. Thank you to BioMelbourne Network for your continued promotion and advocacy for both the sector and for women in medical research and biotech. Certainly a role that you continue to play that really supports the sector in Melbourne and Australia. I'd also like to thank Doug Hilton, Professor Doug Hilton, who nominated me for this award. Certainly a very humbling experience from such a successful scientist, but also very inspiring leader. I'd like to also acknowledge my colleagues and friends along my leadership journey. None of us would be successful without teamwork and collaboration. And I've certainly really appreciated the colleagues and friendships that I have built along the way. And it certainly makes some of those more challenging and long times a hell of a lot more fun as well with our friends and colleagues. I'd also like to acknowledge my mentors and managers along my career journey. I've been extremely fortunate. I've had a series of male managers who have had probably more belief in me and in my potential and my capabilities than I have had parts along my career journey. And I think, you know, one of probably the most important things we can do as leaders is give our teams, and particularly more junior women, faith in their abilities and give them the runway to explore those opportunities. And I think for me, as I said, I've been really fortunate in the managers and the mentors that I've had along the way. I'm passionate about uniting academia, industry and public policy to really continue to drive a thriving biotech ecosystem in Australia. And just really honoured that if I have played a small part in bringing together industry and academia and translating some of the absolutely fantastic medical research we have in Australia to health benefits for everybody, I'm really honoured and very proud of those achievements. So again, thank you very much, BioMelbourne Network, and to everybody today.
Thank you very much, Andrea, and congratulations again as a recipient of our 2020 Women in Leadership Award. It's never been more important to recognise and celebrate women in senior leadership positions, to promote the benefits of diverse workplaces and to inspire the next generation of female leaders. Our 3 awards today highlight the achievements of women at different stages of their careers, including those in more senior positions and those who have more recently engaged in leadership roles for a specific project purpose or impact. This year's winners are truly inspiring leaders, role models and individuals, and we're privileged to share their achievements with you. So congratulations to our fantastic winners. Your wonderful achievements truly inspire us all. Although the celebration of this year's awards may be a little different from previous years, certainly has been, we ask you to recognise and honour today's winners in similar ways. Share their stories, take inspiration and continue to champion and celebrate the achievements of the women in your lives. Please consider nominating an inspiring woman whom you know for next year's awards. I would like again to thank Her Excellency, the Honourable Linda Dessau AC, Governor of Victoria, for joining the ceremony today, and thank you to the Honourable Jane Garrett for presenting the awards. A special mention to the Victorian Government for supporting our awards ceremony, and to all of you, our attendees, for tuning in live. You can find out more about the achievements of our awardees in a virtual booklet that will be emailed to you all. We will be sharing more of their stories in our upcoming communications and via our social media channels. It is only by increasing the profile, visibility and representation of women that we will continue to see growth of women in leadership in our sector and reap the benefits that greater diversity brings to us all. That concludes our ceremony today. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time.